Hello everyone, myself Dr. Santoshi Prasad Kulkarni. I am a dental surgeon and also worked as a tutor in Nanded Rural Dental College and Research Center for more than 2 years. So today we are going to see about carcinoma in situ, the whole complete topic of carcinoma in situ from introduction to the treatment part. So without wasting time, let's get started. Today's lecture is on carcinoma in situ. This is an important question. Carcinoma in situ is also known as intraepithelial carcinoma. The word in situ means this is confined to the site of origin only, that is the epithelium only. The lesion is frequently observed in the skin, but it does not spare the oral mucosa. It is the laterally spreading lesion, and the intraepithelial type of superficial carcinoma can be seen. The Bowen's disease, this is associated with carcinoma in situ, and this Bowen's disease, this involves the special form of carcinoma occurring on the skin. And this occurs only on the patients on arsenic therapy, and they develop internal and extracutaneous cancers. Coming to the clinical features of carcinoma in situ, clinically carcinoma in situ appears as leukoplakia, erythroplakia, combination or ulcered patterns. The most common sites are floor of the mouth, that is 23% frequency, tongue with an equal frequency of 22%, and lips at 20%. The males are most commonly affected than females. It occurs most commonly in elderly patients. Coming to the histopathological features of carcinoma in situ, keratin may be present or may be absent, but if keratin is present, then it is a parakeratin. The individual cell keratinization or keratin pulp formation is absent, that is, it is rare in intraepithelial neoplasia, but if this individual cell keratinization or keratin pulp formation is present, if they are present, then there are the chances of invasion. There are high chances of invasion. There is increased nuclear cytoplasmic ratio. Nuclear hyperchromatism can be seen, that is darkly stained nucleus. We saw all the dysplastic features in the video of leukoplakia. Just refer that. There is loss of cell orientation and loss of polarity. These are the most important points in carcinoma in situ. There is sharp demarcation line between normal and altered epithelium, and this lesion is confined to basement membrane only. It does not invade connective tissue. This is the histological picture of carcinoma in situ. This is the highly dysplastic epithelium from top to bottom. All the dysplastic features can be seen. There is altered nuclear cytoplasmic ratio. The nuclei is bigger. Normally, the nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is 1:1, but here the nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, normally nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is 1:4, but in carcinoma in situ, this comes for 1:1. There is increased nuclear size, altered nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, hyperchromatism, that is darkly stained nuclei than normal, and there are abnormal mitotic figures. This is the normal and these are the abnormal mitotic figures, more number. And there is loss of interepithelial cohesion. The cell cohesion between the cells is lost. This is the connective tissue, unaffected connective tissue. This carcinoma in situ is present only in the epithelium. And there is loss of stratification. What does this mean? Normally in epithelium, this contains, these are the basal cuboidal cells, upon which these are the squamous cells which are present, above which there are stratified cells. Okay, this is the normal thing. But in this, all these are intermixed. Okay, this is known as loss of stratification. This is about the carcinoma in situ, histopathology. Coming to the treatment of carcinoma in situ, spontaneous regression is rare, and if this is untreated, then it causes invasion. So this is all about the lecture on carcinoma in situ. So how did you feel the video? Isn't it so easy? If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video. Leave the comment in the comment box. So let's meet with another video. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.